Hey guys, and welcome to today's vlog. I'm Kelly Aileen. Welcome back if you are a subscriber. Welcome if you are new. Please remember to like, to comment, and if you are new, please remember to subscribe. Even turn on your notification bell so that you know when I post a new video. So today's video is not going to be like a vlog. It's going to be a sit down and chat with me. We're going to have a little couch conversation. I did not plan this out as far as like what I'm gonna say, what I'm gonna talk about, but I just feel like moved and inspired to just kind of like reflect a little bit. So that's what I want to do with you guys today. So hopefully you like this. If you don't, that's okay. But hopefully you do. So if you saw yesterday's video, I went out to LA to go to my first content creator event, and it was for Women's History Month, and it was called Women Who Inspire. It was a Women Who Inspire panel event put on by Lemonade. And I was, first of all, truly just like blessed and thankful and grateful to have been there. It could be something very small for someone else, but for me, it was like a really big deal. It wasn't a brand trip, even though my girlfriend, she said, congrats on your first brand trip. She's speaking things into existence for me for my future. But it wasn't a brand trip, but it was a creator event. It was in LA. I did go out there on my own to attend the event because I wanted to be there because I was invited to go for this panel. So I was really excited to be there just because I felt like it was putting me in the spaces that I've always felt like I was supposed to be in. So that was really cool. And even more so than that, just some of the words that were spoken there really like touched home to me. Like, I don't know, while I was in there, I like kind of had like this moment of almost out of body experience where it felt like someone had like taken everything that has been like in my mind, in my head, in my heart for such a long time and chose people and put them in front of me and had them speak directly to me about different things. And that someone, he's up there. And that's also, hopefully this does not go like all the way left and become like this real big ramble session, but I really just want to speak from my heart. Even like speaking about God in that way is like something that I'm just like not yet 100% comfortable with because I've never been like a really like into church person and things like that. But recently, and I would say probably since this past summer, I have been intentionally working to grow my relationship with God. I try to every day. I don't get to it every day. I need to do better, but I try to every day do my morning scripture, do my morning prayer, express my gratitude for things and stuff like that. Because I realized that when I went through one of the hardest things that I have gone through, which was my divorce, which maybe I'll speak about that one day because that's something that I feel like it's my story to tell at some point. And I don't know, I just feel like that's part of my path and my journey is to share that story and hopefully it helps someone else. But going through that experience was the first time I felt like I had to like really lean into my faith and really like reach out to God and like have conversations with him and like really ask him to pull me through that. So I'm gonna try not to get emotional. And he did because he's always like, he's always made sure that my life was good, that like things were okay for me, but I've never really leaned into it. And that was, during a hard time is the time that I leaned into him. And in reflecting, I realized that I only lean into that when things are not going well. And I wanted to kind of change that around and lean into that relationship and that conversation and lean into my faith when things are going good or bad. And more so good because I want to express the gratitude for all the good that's happening in my life. So that's the little tangent on that. But I felt like God like really just like put me in a place and sent me messages through different people. And it was so, like I said, out of body to hear some of the words that were being spoken to me because I literally feel like they were talking to the women that were on the panel. Each of them like were speaking to a different part of me about something that I doubted in myself, something I felt in myself, something that really just made me feel like I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do. And some of you guys have been following along with my March Madness since I started at the beginning of the month. And we're rounding the end of it. We're in the last few days of it, which is exciting, but I think I'm going to kind of miss doing it a little bit. But anyway, so what was I saying? Oh, so leaning into like doing this March Madness is something that just kind of came over me, and it's something that like I just felt like pushed to do, and I did not have a plan. I was like, I'm just gonna jump into this and do it because I felt so unfulfilled. I felt unfulfilled because I always said like I want to have something that I show up for and do that's not work. That's not like my job that someone's paying me to go to. So this became that thing for me, and at almost 40 years old, I finally found something that like drives me to show up for myself. And oh God, I'm really trying hard not to get emotional. I can like feel it in my throat. But I finally found something that drives me to show up for myself. And I think that is, for me, it's amazing. And in doing it, not only did I find something that like really has not pushed me or forced me to show up for myself, because it's not a push or a force. Like I stayed up till 3 a.m. last night editing the vlog that I put up today just because, and then I had to get up at 6:30 this morning to work, even, so, and I'm not saying it as like a complaint. I'm just saying it as I can't think of another thing that I've had to do other than physically go to a job that someone's paying me to do, where I would force myself to, not even force myself, be driven to stay up and just get something done. Like I am a terrible, terrible, terrible procrastinator. Like I used to like wear it like a badge of honor. Like I'm a procrastinator, and I do my best work under pressure. Like I wore it like a badge of honor, and I don't think it was something that was very honorary, but it was just something that's how I kind of spun it to make it like not a bad thing, because I was this terrible procrastinator. So this is something that has really like driven me to want to like be dedicated to it, and not for like the results of like seeing my subscribers grow, which I'm super grateful for, or not for the results of like the wonderful comments that people leave, which I absolutely love. Like it just makes me feel like so, I don't know, it like every single comment I get that's like so like positive and sweet and like reinforcing of what I'm doing, like it just makes me like giddy on the inside like a little kid. So I'm super grateful for that. Not for going to like content creator events, even though again I'm super grateful for it, but that's not the reasons that I'm driven to do it. I'm driven to do it because it's something that allows me to show up for myself in a way that I feel like I never really did before in the past. So yeah, and saying that and then doing this, and I don't know, because I want to do like a video at the end when I'm done like the whole March Madness, but after the event on Friday, I was having a conversation with my girlfriend after, and I was telling her like doing this has made me feel like I've become my own best friend. And God, can we get it together? Like I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like I never really looked at myself as like my own friend. I just kind of existed, and I existed in other people's worlds, and I just kind of just existed in this space. And doing this has really, like, I've become my own best friend over the last, like, I don't know how many days I've been doing this now. I think it's something like, we're on like day 25 or 26, but I've been forced to just really look at myself from the inside and the outside, literally, because I'll look at footage for hours like editing. But it's really forced me to look at myself and then look at myself differently than I ever have. And one of the women on the panel, they talked about like being your own worst critic. And that was me for sure. Like I would like tear myself down. Oh God. I would tear myself down like time and time again. Like, and I would say it in like little, like not so harmful ways. And there's power in your words. And I've learned to stop tearing myself down, and like doing this and seeing myself every single day. doing this and seeing myself every single day has given me like a whole new appreciation for myself. And I think I finally, sorry, just give me 1 second. Okay, I think I'm ready. I think I can finally see myself in the way that other people see me. And one of the women on the panel, she spoke about, you know, people perceive you from the outside very differently than how you perceive yourself, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. And I remember like talking to my girlfriend. I'm sorry, I talk about her a lot. She's amazing. But talking to my girlfriend in the last like year and a half in the job that I'm at now, I kept telling her, I was like, it's so crazy. Like people, the way that people talk to me and the way that people say that like they see me, it's like so strange. Like I don't see what these people are seeing. Like I'm like, this is so weird. Like I don't know. Like I don't know. Like who is this person they're talking about? Who is this person they're seeing? Because I don't see this person. And I think I'm finally starting to see that person. I think I'm finally starting to see her and have this like real appreciation and love for her. Ugh. Like I tried to do a little makeup and look a little put together for my little couch conversation. And here we are ruining it. So anyway, so yeah, I just feel like, you know, I can finally see myself in a different light, a more positive light. And I feel like now I really feel like I can do absolutely anything that I want to do. And attending that event was so absolutely inspiring to me. And I talked about it in yesterday's vlog, but it's crazy how, because like this app, Lemonade, I downloaded it because someone on TikTok was talking about it, because at the time the only social media that I had was TikTok. I had gotten rid of Facebook and Instagram, and I don't think that there was much else at that point. So TikTok was the only app I had, and I loved it. And the reason why I loved it is because at that time, no one who knew me was really on there, but then more people, you know, that I knew in real life started like, you know, coming over to TikTok and started following me on there. So I didn't feel as comfortable, you know, just kind of being me. So then Lemonade came around, and literally not a single person I know in real life is on that app or knows me on that app. And I was just able to really just be who I wanted to be. I did not have to conform to this old identity of myself that people from my past knew me as. And that just was so empowering, and it was so freeing. And I just love posting on there. And, you know, and it really led me to a lot of places. It led me to finding some of the women that I talked about. It led me to really leaning into like starting my YouTube channel and, you know, just showing up for myself. And speaking about like other social media, the reason why I got rid of Instagram is because I felt like, you know, I had Instagram since it started. What was that, back in like 2010, 2011, something like that. And so it was like this collection of people that I picked up all along the way, like even people that I knew from like middle school and high school and college and like my first jobs, like just all these people I knew along the way, people I knew when I was married, like mutual people that we knew together, like all of that. And it was just so much, something about it just, I didn't like it. It served no purpose for me. Like I was following a bunch of people again that I knew in real life from whenever, and the same type of people were following me, but it just didn't feel like it fit with me anymore. So I deleted the app like 3 years ago, like I said, and I haven't had it since. And for a long time, people were like, you don't have Instagram, you don't have Instagram, you don't have Instagram. And I'm like, no, I don't have Instagram. Like, I don't have Instagram. And it was freeing to get rid of that app. But I think a part of me was also running from facing some things, just facing my past or whatever the case may be. But at the same time, getting rid of it was very freeing. So I do appreciate that. But I think the reason why I was able to start a new Instagram, which I just recently started, my sister's been telling me, you need to get an Instagram. How are you going to be a content creator and you don't have Instagram, and so on and so forth? And I'm like, I'll do it without Instagram. I don't care. I don't need Instagram. But I did create a new one. And I think the reason why I was comfortable creating a new Instagram was because I saw it differently. I no longer saw it as like this personal, like, keep track of other people's lives and people are going to keep track of my life. Now I see it as like a tool that I can use to reach more people, to grow myself, you know, in this space that I want to be in. So instead of it being like this personal thing that I feel like people are like, you know, and not that I care, I'm at the point now where I'm really learning to not care. So I don't really care about people like following me or whatever, but it's more so I see it as a tool that I can use to just help to push myself forward in the spaces that I want to be in. So that's why I ultimately decided to go ahead and download Instagram. And I actually wrote a to-do list last week, and one of the things on the to-do list was to create a new Instagram. And I kind of drug my feet on it a lot and things like that. And then some of the women that I met at the event, they wanted to keep in contact, and they were like, you know, we can do like a group chat on Instagram. And I was like, I don't have Instagram. I was like, but I've been saying that I was going to get a new one. And literally that night when I got home, I went ahead and I set up my new Instagram, and I have them on there. We have like a little group chat to kind of help and like support each other and all that stuff. So it was in the cards for me, and that just kind of pushed me forward to do that. So that was like really, you know, just another sign that I'm doing things right. I'm doing things the way that I'm supposed to be doing them. So that's good. It's good that I'm like in a healthier space when it comes to Instagram and like social media and things like that. Because I think it can be very, it can sometimes be very like toxic and very just bad for like people's mental health. But I think that I'm in a space now where I can do it and it not be a bad thing. So that's really good. I don't want this video to be super long. I don't want you guys to like sit here like listening to me like ramble on for a long time. But you know, I did want to share with you guys a little gift because I never got to show it from the event, and I didn't even open it. This is from the Lemonade event. It says, "Born to express, not to impress," and that is so fitting. That is so, so fitting. You guys heard me say before that like what I'm doing is more so just about me, to kind of just share the parts of me that I want to share, and not to worry about like, you know, how people are going to perceive me, how people are going to look at me, and what people are going to think. So anyway, so here's the little gift. It says, "My whole face is in this bag." How cute is that? It's a little iridescent color. It has lemonade on the back. It's a little makeup pouch. The option was like the makeup pouch or like a little reusable like shopping bag type thing. I was like, definitely the cosmetic bag, please. And it has in here, one of the little headbands with the like bow on it. How cute is that? And little hair clips in yellow. Oh, look at that, a cute little luggage tag. You know, your girl loves to travel. So that's cute. And that's it. So those are the little gifts that came inside. A little swag bag. So adorable. Love that. And the last thing that I want to do on here is, you know, it is Women's History Month. We're celebrating women. Like, support is so, so, so important, especially amongst small creators, small business owners, things like that. And I did get a package in the mail. I'll show it this way so my address isn't showing. But I did get a package in the mail, and this is something that I ordered from a small business owner who is a woman, and she also happens to be my cousin. And she has her own clothing brand that she's been really working hard at getting off the ground. So I did order one of her pieces recently. So I want to unbox it with you guys. So this little bag came and it says thank you. And I ordered this here. This is her. Let me take it out of the plastic so the plastic isn't crumbling while I'm talking. So It's a dress. That is her brand, a.d.b. It says authentic, dynamic, bold. How fitting is that? And those are also her initials. Her name is Ashley. Hey, cousin. But authentic, dynamic, bold is her brand, and she has all types of clothing items. So this is just a maxi dress that I ordered in white. I love a white color. It's like a midi length, so like halfway down the calf length. I'm not gonna put it on right this second, but I will try it on, and I'll insert some pictures of me wearing the dress so you guys can see what it looks like. And I will put her website in my description boxes. So if you want to support a small business owned by a woman for Women's History Month, you can go and support her and check out her items. She has a lot of really, really nice things. So yeah, so that's that on that. So yeah, so essentially I just wanted to like hop on here. I felt like moved to just kind of talk a little bit today and kind of share a more personal side of myself, because I feel comfortable doing so. And not only do I feel comfortable doing so, I feel, and I have been feeling, gosh, Kelly, you're about to start doing it again. I feel, and I have felt for quite some time now, like the greater part of like a year to a year and a half, that a part of my purpose that God has for me is to, God, when I talk about this, why do I get so emotional? Part of my purpose that God has for me is to like speak, to like use my voice to like talk to people and just talk to people. So that's just something that I wanted to do today. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, so I feel like that part of my purpose is to talk to people. And when I think about like this space and being a content creator and being on YouTube and being on these social medias and things like that, and the word influencer is often, you know, the word that's used for people who create content. And there are a ton of influencers out there. And something that I've always kind of like said to myself is, I don't want to have influence. I want to have impact. Like I want to be impactful to people I come across. You know, I want something that I say or do or share to have impact on someone's life and not just influence, because anyone can be and influence someone to do something or get something or try something or whatever. But I more so want to have impact on people's lives where after, you know, they interact with me or a piece of my content or something like that, they just feel a little bit more empowered, or they feel a little bit more uplifted, or they feel a little bit more hope, or, you know, they just feel good, or whatever the case may be. I just want to be more impactful than anything. So I feel like a part of my purpose is to use my voice to speak and to talk to people. So that's why I wanted to hop on here today, because I felt moved to do so. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you didn't, again, that's okay. So yeah, so that's gonna be all for today's video. I appreciate you tuning in. Please, if you did like it, hit the like button. If you have anything that you want to say or share, just leave your comment below. I respond to every single comment that I get. And yeah, that's all. So until next time.